We got the latest NFL news and rumors here on Chat Sports. You're watching NFL Daily. I'm Mitchell Renz. That's Tom Downey, the best in the biz. Go give him a follow at What Going Downey. So, Tom, we're going to get right into it. We're going to get into some Dak talk.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Kind
Take a breath.
Best
Okay.
I can be.
Go. Everyone trigger him.
So, yeah, just please feel free. It's going to be that kind of day.
Type Dak stinks.
We're kind of all over the map with Dak Prescott right now. So the initial report from the Dallas Morning News was $33 million a year, about $105 million guaranteed, which sounds like a lot until you actually dive into the nitty-gritty numbers and you realize that's actually the going rate for quarterbacks. It is an overpay. Welcome to paying a quarterback. You don't have a whole lot of other options out there. The issue was that deal, Dak's not going to take that deal. That's $33 million per year, $105 guaranteed. That's less than what Jared Goff got. And if anything's been made clear, it's that Dak and his agency don't want to settle. Now, you can argue if Dak should take a team-friendly deal, that's fine. But if you're asking to be paid market value, the market value is more than that. And I also think those numbers are back from September when those initially began. Since then, there have been other reports that a new offer has been made. The exact timing of that offer is not known. And the exact details of that offer is not known. So it's kind of like when a tree falls in a forest and it doesn't make a sound. Like, did it or did it not? What's actually going on here? You sure? See, you can prove that scientifically, but you're not great at science, so I'm not sure if I actually believe you there. So I know that price tag is a lot. I get that. It is, the sticker shock is real, perfectly understandable. But if the Cowboys are going to keep coming in with, we'll give you 33, 105, unless that figure is like a 3-year deal, it doesn't make sense for Dak to accept that. Like, Dak can get tagged back-to-back years if it is the exclusive amount, and you're already at $34 million. So I know that 105 sticker, I know that is a lot of money. I get that. But why would Dak take less than Jared Goff?
So would you, be the GM, be Jerry Jones here, would you give Dak $105 million guaranteed? I want you to type Y for yes, or I want you to type your N for no.
A lot of this also comes down to the years side of it. The lower the years that are involved, so it's a 3 or a 4-year deal, well, at that point, the lower the APY, that average per year figure. If it ends up being a longer deal, that figure will go up, and of course, the guaranteed will go up as well. So if you want to sign Dak, 105, which isn't even top 3 quarterback money for guaranteed, that's the baseline of what it's going to take. I know it's a lot. Welcome to quarterback contracts, guys.
I'm typing my N for no. All right, we'll be quick here on this one. We got the latest here around Tua, the injury. He continues to make progress in his rehab. Today was the 4th-month checkup. That's why we're talking about it.
Tua mentioned this at the Combine. March 9th, he said he was going to be cleared. That's what happened. He is still on track for his pro day on April 9th. It was just a few weeks before the NFL draft. Tua cannot be fully medically cleared yet. Like, there's no way NFL teams are going to be like, he's 100% good to go when he hasn't even gotten back to truly throwing. So it is still going to be a process, and there is still going to be room for that process to go awry. As of right now, everything's trending properly, but that pro day will be worth watching and will provide the most clarity that we'll have up until the draft once we get past that and once we see how he looks and moves out there when he's actually able to throw, assuming, of course, we still end up getting there, which I believe that we will.
Tua, though, one of the top quarterbacks in the draft. I think that he's going to go top 5. And if you want to know
healthy,
if you want to know where Tua's going to go, we've already made a video on that on the channel, youtube.com/chatsportstv, and we already made this video, Josh Norman destinations. And today, Josh Norman signed with the Bills, 1 year, $6 million. And I don't mean to brag.
Look where his hand's pointing.
I don't mean to brag, but we made the video. It's another reason why you should subscribe to our channel. Again, it's youtube.com/chatsportstv. Click the big red button.
I can't believe they gave him $6 million, by the way. That's kind of a lot
That's
of money
a lot of money
Norman.
for Josh Norman.
But he fits the scheme, and McDermott knows him well, so maybe it'll work out.
Touche. All right, maybe these two guys, they know each other well, but it seems like they're having some issues here, Tom. Brady, Belichick.
Well, we've done this before. First off, how many
Same
reports?
song and dance.
How many reports have there been the past 5, 6, 7 years of Belichick and Brady have friction between each other?
I know.
It's been a lot of them, right? So maybe we shouldn't believe Stephen A. Smith when he claims that there's friction between the duo. Now, I think I'm
just hoping there's not literal friction.
At some level, there is some type of friction. It's a relationship. They've been together for so many years at this point at the NFL. They've won at the highest level. There's going to be a little bit of argument back and forth. Welcome to professional work relationships. I don't think that it's like Brady and Belichick are going to try and kill each other. Like that's like that's what I think
the
is
Patriots
like implied.
have dealt with enough killing in their organization, I think. So too soon? Okay, Brady and Belichick, they're having issues. I got this question for you. Will Tom Brady win more Super Bowls? Type 1 for yes.
Disavow that one.
Or I want you to type 0 for no. For those of you that are still watching this on YouTube, you might get hit with an ad break. While the ad is playing, I want you to scroll on down and comment 1 for yes, 0 for no. Will Tom Brady win more Super Bowls? We're going to keep the show moving along here with some Tom Brady talk.
This looks hilarious.
And he's going to the Chargers, and the reasoning is just laughable.
This is just peak media speculation that kind of makes sense, but also, wait, are we really doing that? So Brady's launching his new production company, and NJ.com and others on Twitter have been speculating, oh, he's going to Hollywood for his production company. Brady's going to the Chargers. It's L.A. It's easy. He just announced it, basically. It's
the media company, 199 production,
which is 199th overall pick, so it's kind of cool. You get it. It's cool to see Brady set up more off the field stuff. Also, I don't think this means Brady's guaranteed to be going anywhere. Quite frankly, I still don't think Brady knows where he's going or what he's going to do. And Brady texted us, Charlie Weiss said, nobody knows anything. What I've said before on the show, nobody knows what Brady's going to do. Which
he can do whatever he wants.
Crazy, rampant speculation, and I get it. It's a fun discussion point.
He can do whatever he wants.
When is it? March 18th.
He's Tom Brady. So right here are the top.
Well, he
Tom
can't
Brady.
do whatever he wants.
No, Mike.
He can't go to the Chiefs.
Sure. Okay.
Check and mate.
I mean, if he was like, oh, I'll be a backup, that's besides the point. All right, so here are the top 5 most likely teams to sign Tom Brady. We've also put out a video of the most likely teams to go out and get Brady on the channel. Another reason to subscribe. If you want to bet on where Tom Brady is going to play football next year, come on, y'all. One place to do it. It's at BetDSI. It's the internet's #1 sports book. But you got to go to chatsports.com/bet. You better use the promo code, or I'm going to fine you, NFL120. That's going to get you a 120% deposit bonus. You put down $50, you get $60 for free. Again, it's in the comments. We put it in the description. Go get started with our sponsor, chatsports.com/bet.
Quick little side note here, by the way, on the Chargers for Tom Brady. I know they had that discussion within the team and in the front office a couple weeks ago. I just don't know if it's gone anywhere after that.
Thought we were done talking about the Patriots? Yes, again. So the Patriots, they're looking to trade, and I think this is actually a little bit more interesting because this, to me, says maybe they are trying to really keep Brady.
This makes so much sense. But like it also makes sense regardless of who their quarterback is.
I agree.
This might come as a surprise to many of you. But in the same way the Chargers wanted to help protect their quarterback, NFL teams often want to have players for that quarterback to throw the ball to. They want to make life easier
Breaking news.
On the most important player and most important position on a field. Now, SI.com reports looking for tight end receiver trades, and it makes a ton of sense. They need help there. You're hopeful that N'Keal Harry takes a big step forward now that he's healthy. Mohamed Sanu is a bust signing. You're looking pretty old over there at the slot receiver spot. Philip Dorsett, Matthew Slater, one of those is fast. The other is a special teams demon. I like Jacoby Myers, but that does not really move the needle. Now, in terms of what they might look to do is maybe you try and trade for a tight end.
Yep.
If I'm the Patriots, my first call is to Tampa. They got O.J. Howard, and they have Cameron Brate. Both of those guys would be a huge addition at tight end. And then in the draft, I'm going to spend a pick or two on the receiver where it's another historically strong draft class at that position. So for receiver, I think it makes a lot of sense to go draft, tight end, free agency, or the trade market.
So, Pats, they're looking to trade. We're also about to dive in now something around Phillip Rivers. So before we do, where will Phillip Rivers play in 2020? I want you to get your comments in here, and we're going to let you know right after this YouTube ad break. So, Tom, where will Phillip Rivers play in 2020?
Well, the Colts have been the team that's been most connected to Rivers so far. Remember, they parted ways back in January. And the report out of Sports Illustrated is that a lot of people think Rivers to the Colts will happen. As you guys know, I was down in Indy for the Combine. There was a lot of discussion about the Colts quarterback in Indianapolis. Crazy, right? Kind of funny how that ends up working out there. I think maybe the element that hasn't really been discussed enough, at least not on our end or on others' ends, is the influence of owner Jim Irsay here, where he wants his quarterback. He wants one on his roster. He needs one. He hasn't faced a situation before where it's not Jacoby Brissett. They don't have a guy for the short term or the long term that really fits that franchise caliber quarterback mold. Now, Rivers might be more of a stopgap option there, but it does help, I think, Irsay feel a little bit better in terms of name recognition about his quarterback.
Yep.
And if you do add Rivers, they can still spend an early draft pick on a quarterback as well.
Phillip Rivers to the Colts. It does seem a little bit weird, especially since we've seen him in Chargers gear so much. And speaking of Chargers, oh, wait, it's not the Chargers. This is the new Rams logo, apparently, that's been leaked.
This
is terrible.
This is the worst logo in the history of logos, maybe ever. This is so bad. First off, I cannot tell if this is the Chargers logo or the Rams logo. Producer Dylan said he saw a Rams head. Quite frankly, I don't really see it. I kind of see like the A is the horn, but then those look like lightning bolts.
Lightning bolt.
What are you doing?
Is this the Chargers or the Rams?
What?
Type C for Chargers.
Who signed off
type
on this?
R for Rams.
This
Either
is
way,
horrible.
It's bad.
This is absolutely horrible. You guys can grade this logo if you want. I'm giving it an F.
F?
This logo kind of looks like
Grade it.
When like movie studios are doing.
Jeff Rogers says F minus.
Great answer. When movie studios are doing logos and they couldn't get the NFL rights, well, this is the LA team. Kind of looks like both the teams, but it's not really. Horrible logo.
Yeah,
absolutely horrible.
Seeing a lot of Fs, and maybe you don't want that hat. Maybe you want a better hat.
So much better.
We got a deal for you all. So go to chatsports.com/NFL hat. Your favorite team. We asked you to shout it out earlier. Well, now you can go rep that team, but you got to go do it. We got hats up to 45% off. NFL hats for your favorite team on sale. All teams, but you got to go to the link, chatsports.com/NFL hat. Tom, how many?
I'm sorry, good.
I was going to ask how many hats you have.
You don't want to know the answer to that one. Yeah, but follow-up there is that link is in the comments and the description for you guys to click and shop.
Let's go to the next rumor on today's show. It's about the CBA. Will the vote pass? This is something that we've been talking about a ton in the office. We've seen it on Twitter, Instagram. You can't go anywhere without seeing this.
Kind of a big deal. It's the rules by which the NFL players agree to play for NFL owners, so it's kind of important there. The current president, who is set to leave as the NFLPA, also voting for a new president in this same week. What are they doing? He believes that the CBA will pass. Now, the NFLPA has bumped the deadline back to Saturday now, just before midnight Eastern time. The franchise tag timing now is under review because we got all kinds of confusion. Like, all of a sudden, we've gone from a super tightly compressed area for stuff to happen for the NBA. And then, Mitch, this was Eric Winston. That's the president's quote on it.
I would think it would pass. I would think it would pass by a lot. It's important that we let the process play out, and important that all players understand the issues and vote their conscience. Now, I've seen a lot of players be both sides of this. I think the players that get paid a lot of money,
they're against it.
But then the players who are trying to make rosters, because you go from 53 to 55, you're creating more jobs. Rookies
Minimum
get
salary.
paid an extra $100K.
Minimum salary goes up too. It's all incentivized for the less vocal majority there.
Yes.
I kind of botched that pretty badly, but you guys know what I mean.
So will the new CBA be passed? I want you to type A for yes, or I want you to type B for no.
I think there's a good chance that it passes for the reasons you mentioned. The majority of players do not make a lot of money. That benefits them more. And I also want to kind of, as you guys get your votes in here, I do want to go over this now super condensed timeline. Now, this franchise tag deadline, we'll see if it gets changed. That's coming up March 12th, 4 p.m. Eastern. You have to apply the tag, or players with free agency. The original deadline for the CBA was going to be later that night as well. Now it's pushed back to March 14th. That's kind of a big deal, too. March 16th is the legal tampering period for NFL free agency. Boom, March 18th, all of a sudden, free agency starts. You got a week right there where things get really chaotic, potentially, for the NFL.